Alright, y'all, let me put on this mic. The quality is different, and that's because I have to use my camera, and I'm trying not to make excuses. And this is probably the best video to express myself through, and because today we are going to be talking about the squat cycle and prioritizing consistency and also my progress so far. You know, we go through a lot of downfalls, we have a lot of tribulations like I do right now. My camera broke. This is my Sony ZV-E10, and I don't know, it just stopped working. It's just flashing or whatever. This is my favorite lens, so I have to call them tomorrow so they can fix it. So we giving straight up realness right now, and it might be for a while because I don't know when I'm gonna get it fixed, and I don't know when my other camera is gonna get here. But let's get into it. I want to share with you guys my current squat journey, right? I have to get my notebook too. Hold on. So we are going to be discussing my current squat journey. And if you're on a squat journey or a fitness journey at all, or any journey for real, let me know how it's going for you. Okay, let me put my seat up. So I kind of I finally started writing down information about my squats because I wasn't doing that before. I did so well with it with my footage and paying attention to it that I kind of just, during the squat cycle, I didn't do that. And you guys know that from like episode 1 and 2, I talked about it. But I've been trying to refocus on prioritizing my consistency and progress, right? It's been quite a ride, but we're gonna dive in. Everything's been quite a ride. My laptop stopped working last week, and now my camera. We're just gonna pray to Jesus. I gotta let it go to him. The point is, I need to learn to let go and let him figure it out, but I haven't gotten there yet. So recently I've realized the importance of being more intentional in my approach to fitness, and then especially when it comes to my food intake, right? Also my rest and recovery and tracking my food progress. Tracking progress has been a challenge for me this whole squat cycle. So I've decided to take a closer look at my most recent sessions, and we'll talk about my performance. So before we even get to that first day's workout session, you always want to prioritize your self outside of the gym. So that means making sure you eating the appropriate foods, right, for progression and maximizing our strength. Also, we will make sure you rest and recover because we have to get back in the gym tomorrow. Hold on, let me take a sip of my, because we're squatting every day, maybe 6 days a week, 5 days a week, you want to make sure you're resting and recovering. I make sure to get into bed right now around 10 o'clock, right? I try to lay down at 9 and then drift off to sleep at 10 because I feel like I'm not getting the appropriate amount of sleep if I just hop into bed at 10 o'clock. I need to like wind down. So let's catch up on last month's squat sessions. So in my first session, I was doing 65% of my personal record. So when it comes to your personal record and how you find it, in the beginning of your squat cycle, you want to test yourself and see your 1 rep max, and then use that 1 rep max to calculate your sessions. So I'm taking that 220 PR and I'm dividing that by 60% of my personal record. So also in this program, I was set to do 6 sets of 4 at 145 pounds. It was rather heavy. We'll look at it. Let's share the footage. Let's dissect it. Right? When it comes to this session, I felt really confident. I felt like the work that I've been doing outside of the gym is really showing inside of the gym. And you know, we go through ups and downs, right? But here I feel strong. I feel like my core is really strong. You can see me grab that core air and then drop into my squat, my deep squat. I've really been working hard toward this. So I'll let you guys keep watching. All right, so now the sets are getting heavier. I feel like in the beginning of the program, it's pretty light. It feels good, but it quickly starts challenging you. And this is what I love about this program, right? So So the next heavy session, and I always have heavier sessions on Monday, I increased my percentage to 70% of my personal record, and I was able to maintain 145 pounds, 6 sets of 5. So here I'm doing my 6 sets of 8, and I actually did all 6 sets of 8. I'm pretty excited about this journey. It's getting a little bit more difficult, so that's why I need to be intentional outside of the gym, right? I went up one more rep, but I still did the same weight. I decided to move rather slowly because I noticed that I wasn't progressing the way I would normally. Because I feel like in my last program, I was pretty eased into this and I did really well the first through like 5 weeks. Once I hit like week 7 and 8, that's when it started getting a little harder. And that's where I'm feeling now at this session where I'm doing 7% of my personal record. So I noticed I wasn't following the recommended program that was on the Squat University's chart. I had to switch mine up a little bit. Also, I was off too because I wasn't tracking my progress. So I continued with the 70% for like the 3rd week, but I was able to increase it at 165 pounds and I did 6 sets of 4. So previously we did 6 sets of 5 at 145 and then I did 6 sets of 4 at 165. And this is like the next week. This is the next Monday, right? So followed by that, I finally increased. We finally made it to 6 sets of 8 and I did it at 70% of my personal record. So I actually did 6 sets of 8 twice. So this is my first set, but I actually did this at 70%. And I didn't do all 6 sets of 8. I was only able to do 6 sets of 5, but that's okay. We're working with it. This is where what I'm saying, like, you get that percentage on your squat cycle university chart, but you know, sometimes you have to switch it up a little bit. You have to adapt to what you actually can do and focus on that. And sometimes you have to take a step back, and that's what I did here. But I think my form looks really good. My personal record, I struggled during the 6 sets of 8. I won't lie, but it felt good. But with proper sleep, right, and being more intentional about my program, and also being more intentional about the portion intake, tracking my protein, I kind of got a little bit more hyper fixated on my protein intake. So maybe we'll do a video on that. I was able to push through and manage that 165. I'm so happy because I feel like I'm back to where I started, right? And this program is all about the back squats in this video. We'll do another one on my front squats. So so far, that's where we're at now. I've caught you up from 3 Monday heavy lifting sessions. So when it comes to prioritizing consistency in your progress, you always want to check in with yourself. Maybe some days track your food, make sure you're getting the right food intake, and make sure you're resting. I think that's a big point too. Make sure you're resting, because with rest and proper food, you're able to recover, and also you're able to work out the next day, because we're squatting 5 days a week, right? So this was a glimpse into my current squat journey. This one's very trying. I think the last 2 I felt were really easy compared to this one. Now that I'm looking back on those, and it's crazy because that is where I felt the least confident. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope you find some inspiration and also insight into maybe starting your own fitness journey or starting some type of journey, right? So remember, consistency is also key. So keep going, keep trying, keep fighting. One thing I did, I kept showing up, even when I got the numbers wrong and the reps wrong, or I didn't complete my sets. I kept going, I kept showing up, and I kept trying to find ways to. So I tried to find ways to be a little bit more strategic about how I'm preparing myself for my workout tomorrow, right? So progress is always possible when you actually sit down and really remember, consistency is key, but also progress is possible. All right. And I want to show you this. And that's why I'm sharing my ups and my downs. And we're going through it right now. I'm talking to y'all off my iPhone. I haven't vlogged off my iPhone in years, but I really want to get this information to you all. And I'm really passionate about the squats. And that's why I just could not put up a video.
As I get a little older, I realize life is perspective, and my perspective may differ from yours. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been down with me. All my fans, all my beautiful fans.